trying to. Okay, let me see. Let me go to the actual window here. It's somewhere. This is the thing. You have two blind people trying to start a
I wish I would have been live though. That'd been good.
This is what happens.
The impromptu.
Yeah, sorry, YouTube. It's not so easy. Even a blind person can do it. So
yeah, it's not.
Okay. It says it's broadcasting, but let me check this.
It'll say on Hangouts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go to the actual. Oh boy, go to Hangouts. No, I mean go to the events. Everyone's probably like not. Everyone's like, hey, are you there? It's like, wait, what? We're live? Oh crap! Hey, sorry, trying to technical difficulties over here.
I want to see if it says it.
Okay, are we live? It doesn't. I'm not getting the.
Yeah, we're live. At least it says it on Hangouts. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're live.
Okay.
We're live.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. What's up, everybody? So, first of all, my apologies. It took lots of technical difficulties, and yeah, the two blind people trying to start a live stream. That's what happens. And no, to be honest, YouTube has it to where this is even inaccessible for partially sighted folks. So this is pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, had to start a new live stream. So sorry about that. But anyway, so okay, cool. We got some people in the comments already. I'm
gonna see if I can pull up the chat, because I should be able to have the chat on my computer.
Oh, okay.
So, but you can go ahead.
Okay, I got my RP live saying I'm here, guys. I'm watching. How you doing? Doing good. Matt in Full Vision says hello, and Josh Boykin says, hey guys.
Hello.
Hey there. So yeah, lots of it's funny. We had this planned out yesterday. We were going through a checklist. We're like, okay, we know how to do this. We know how to do this. It'll just take us 10 minutes to set up, and we're good to go. And next thing you know, it's like, wait, what did I do? Okay, so anyway, since we're gonna keep this on here, besides the awkward beginning, this is the would you rather tag or challenge, whatever. So in case you guys don't know, Cayla with the C tagged me because she did this tag with Derek from Life After Sight Loss. So I decided to ask Justin to see if he wanted to do this as well. And yeah, so he agreed, and now we're going to try to answer these 5 awkward questions. Well, hopefully they're not awkward, but these interesting questions that
did you make some crazy ones or come up with some crazy ones?
I tried to make them not too crazy.
Okay.
On the Fritz says, I'm here. Awesome. Neil, visually impaired, says greetings and hello everyone. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is, if you guys haven't seen, don't get the gist of it, we're going to be asking each other questions. Like, we're going to go one at a time, and then we're going to answer them one at a time, but you guys can chime in with your own responses, and we'll try to get to those in the live chat whenever we can. So okay, without further ado, Justin, you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'll start us off. Okay. I got them in my notes, so I'm going to have to.
Yeah, no problem. I got them on my iPad as well.
I have a good memory, but I know if I tried to do that, then.
So excuse me while I have a drink from oh geez. It's from the water bottle. I didn't realize it was closed. Blind moment right there.
See if I can cut this up a little bit. Okay, I got one. So
okay.
Do you like scary movies? We'll start it off with that as a precursor.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
Yeah, so I've only watched a couple since like losing my sight. So the question is though, would you rather be so you're in a scary movie?
Okay.
Would you rather be blind or would you rather be deaf? Because there's a movie that I watched. It actually has audio descriptions but
Okay.
it's wow, now I can't think of it. It's called like Quiet or Hush or something like that. But it's kind of like a scary movie about this girl that's deaf. So it's pretty interesting. But I'm curious. Would you rather be blind or would you rather be deaf?
Oh man, that's we start things off very easily, as you can see here. Holy cow. Yeah, because I mean, okay, if I'm blind though, I might need, unless I have like the world's best cane, I might need to get out of there in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd, the killer would definitely hear me, swishing that thing around. If I'm deaf though, I'm probably gonna make more noise and not even realize.
That is true. Yeah. So yeah, that is true though. Because if you have hearing, you at least know what noise you're making. But
You don't know
at
how
the same
much of it.
time, you don't. If the scary killer is being like quiet, then you're
Yeah,
you're
crap.
pretty you're pretty screwed.
Can we come to the conclusion that you're pretty screwed either way though?
You're pretty screwed either way. But like, I think the big thing would be, which I didn't think about this. Would if the scary killer dude knows you're blind or knows like they know your disability. That would be what's bad if they knew it. If they didn't know, I feel like
Oh,
it wouldn't be as bad.
yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Because like for instance, in that movie, this ain't a spoiler, but like there's a lot of examples where like one example, this is the very beginning, so you guys can still watch the movie. It's a pretty good movie, but the deaf girl was like in her house by herself. She lived by herself, and she was like washing her dishes, and there was somebody banging on the glass behind her, and she just went on as if it wasn't happening.
Yeah, I think I'll take the blind one. I mean, this is basically trying to pick the least worst situation. So I think I'd pick the blind one. It's like I'll take my chances with the cane.
See, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like uh see, it's like it depends on if the killer's quiet or if they're clumsy and loud. Because if you're deaf, the only thing that would really suck is if you lost sight of them. Because then you don't have no idea like where they're at, and
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
that's a good point.
that would be bad. You would have to keep them in your sight the whole time, which I don't know if you really want to be looking at a killer.
Yeah, you kind of give your position away too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
So
like I said, I mean, well, basically, don't be blinded, don't be deaf in a horror movie because you're kind of screwed either way. It's just, it's like basically, don't be the first one to die.
it's kind of like pick your poison. It's not a win-win. I don't know. I think honestly, I would have to go with sight though. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like I'd be deaf. I'd probably be rather deaf just
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be better if I could see the person, because if I could see him, then if I had a gun or a weapon, then I could at least use it accurately. Whereas if you're blind, you're literally shooting in the dark.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you're deaf though, and the killer's not in the vicinity, at least you're gonna map your route up, your route to go out rather quickly.
Yeah. Whereas we would probably be running into probably with like. I could see it down. They need to make like a parody, like a scary movie, and have like some. Well, some people don't like blind jokes, but I think it would be very funny if you had like the blind person running out and then they run into the killer. It's like,
I mean, I think it has to be done in good context. So I mean, it's all about
yeah,
context. So I think we could pull it off. That can be
yeah.
pulled off though. Let's see what people are
Dang,
saying though. Let's
that
see.
might be a Halloween special this year.
Let's see what people are
Yeah, what's
saying
what's people in the chat
here.
saying?
Okay,
I couldn't find the live stream.
oh, interesting. Huh. Matt Infovision says, I'd rather be blind because a lot of the things that are supposed to be quote unquote scare you after, wait, scare you are visual. Oh, a lot of stuff that scares you are visual. Yeah. But
Okay, when it comes to, so you got to think of it like this. I know what he's talking about, because like if I watch a scary movie now, and that's kind of one of the reasons I don't really watch scary movies now.
mhm.
I just feel like a lot of the ways they scare you in movies is they make a really loud, like it's quiet, and then a really loud
Right.
sound effect, and then something pops out at you. He's right, but I feel like in the actual, like if you were in the movie, I feel like it would be different. But I don't know.
It's funny that you mentioned that because one time, a friend of mine, we were watching we muted the sound one time in a part for a movie that was supposed to be scary, but we muted it and we just watched it. We started laughing because it's like it didn't have the same effect without the
Yeah.
loud sound effect. Let's see. Somebody else is saying Neil visually impaired says I live a scary movie when I go out when I go out up here in northern Ontario. Let's see. We have bears and stuff on the streets.
Oh, God. Yeah, that would. I'm telling you, like, I want to make a video talking about this too on my channel. Like now that I can't see, I'm like a little bit of a scaredy cat when I'm like outside or I don't know. All I can constantly think about, or especially like if I'm swimming in a lake, it's just like a weird
Oh,
feeling.
yeah.
And the ocean, it's
Yeah, that's a little too vulnerable. Let's see. Matt says again, keep them in sight all the time. I'm completely blind, lol. On the Fred says, rather be deaf. Then Matt says the blind person runs into the killer and should be and shouts to the deaf person, run.
I think we're onto something here. I don't know what we have to.
They're not gonna get far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's another movie I never seen it. I don't know if it has audio or not, but there's like a monster that if you make a sound, it'll find you. So the monster's the blind one,
Uh-huh.
and they I think that's the way it works. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Because in the previews they put sand on the floor, so when they walked, it would be quiet.
Okay, so me, you, and Matt should try to write a script for this little parody because it sounds like we're on to something here.
I think we have a Halloween special for this year. We got to do it.
Okay, let me go to my question then. This is regarding superpowers, and I'll
Here
try
we
to keep
go.
it lighthearted. Okay, so if you had a superpower, would you have perfect vision and fly, or would you still be blind but be able to teleport? So
Perfect vision and fly.
Yeah, so would you rather have perfect
Definitely.
vision?
Okay. See, I feel like when it comes to like teleporting, I think it would be really, oh man, I don't know though. I feel like it'd be really cool because you could, for one, so literally what we were talking about before as we were like troubleshooting the stream, if like me and you wanted to do a collab in person, I wouldn't have to fly 6 hours across the country. I could just like snap my fingers and pop over there, which that would be really cool. I don't know, but you're still blind.
Yeah, but you're still blind. Yeah, that's the trade-off.
Kicker.
Yeah,
That's the big kicker.
Yeah,
But
then with the flying, when you have like perfect vision,
and you can fly and drive. I think I would definitely choose being sighted and flying. Just because, I mean, if you can fly, you can probably get there, like if you ask Siri how far something is a long ways away, you can do it as the crow flies. So like you got to think like when you drive places, you're like zigzagging. So if you could fly, you probably get there a lot faster.
So and that's an awesome hack though. Still using the accessibility feature to help you get across. Still using Siri. That's a nice little shortcut right there. I hadn't thought about that one.
Exactly.
Good one. I don't know. I'd rather teleport, to be honest.
I thought about this watching Live Accessible's stream because I think they had some kind of question. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to get the chat.
I think if you go to the main,
I got it. I'm on the live stream, so I'm gonna see if I can get down to the. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. I love the telling the deaf person.
But I feel like when like with teleporting, it would be super cool at first. But I feel like you would lose that sense of having to travel. I don't know if that'd be something. Because I feel like it'd be kind of like one of those things it's awesome, but then after a while, it's like I kind of miss that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying the experience of traveling.
The experience of traveling, because I think that's a part of the joy of traveling. So like imagine like right now if we could just be like, I kind of want to go to the Bahamas. Poop. And you're already there, you would kind
Yeah.
of lose the sensation of getting to the airport. And well, I don't think anybody likes going to the airport, but
Well, I mean, the whole journey aspect, the whole
yeah, because
preparing and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Because like when I went to Mexico, we had to fly down there and we were there, and there was like something about knowing, okay, if I wanted to go home, it would take me a long time to get home. Like I'm here, I'm across the world, and I think there's something like there's a sensation when it comes to traveling about the experience and the fact that you're not accessible to your house. You're not accessible to going back home really quick.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Hold on a second. I'm just so nobody calls me. I put do not disturb on my phone. I just realized, like, wait, I don't want it doing that. Okay, okay. That's a good answer, actually. Well,
What if
so much
people
for
would
my. Let me see.
see if people
Nobody's commented on that one, so dang it.
leave,
I guess my
leave
question's
it down in the
boring.
comments?
Guess my question's boring or something. Yeah. No, but I'm still laughing about the telling the deaf person to run. I think that.
But you got to think though, a lot of deaf people, if they can see, they're really good at reading lips.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Although even if they see the blind person like running, scared the other way, they probably have a good idea what's going on too.
Well, if they saw a blind person running, they'd probably see him running right into something. So, I don't think they would see. I still like with that question though, with like what you're talking about with your cane. If you started walking outside on like the sidewalk with your cane, you'd be. It's like basically saying, "Here, come get me."
Okay, so here's one. Neil, visually impaired, says, "I hate public transit. Teleport for me, and no border control or Air Force to deal with." Well,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to put some regulations, maybe. can't just fly anywhere. On the Fritz says fly, and she says sorry. I'm in and out. Oh, working. Oh, okay.
On the job, live streaming on the.
Yeah.
At least she's in here, or at least they're in here.
Yeah. Okay, so your next question, Justin.
Let's pull one up here. I think I have I have another one that's kind of similar,
Okay.
but in a different situation. I don't know. That was like I came up with a lot of these kind of situations, but this one kind of relates to my channel too. So
Okay.
this one's would you rather be able to see in the gym, but you're deaf, or be able to work out blind but you can hear and you can listen to music and all of that good stuff? Because I feel like there's that especially for me, it's like music is a big part of
Right.
just working out.
Yeah, just trying to get yourself hyped up before you start a set. Yeah. I get that. Well, let me see. Would there be anybody else in the gym, or would I just have it to myself?
No, it would be your normal gym, just like
Okay.
like whatever, like a normal gym. Just
Okay. I mean, at first I was gonna say deaf, but then again, if someone is like lifting like around me, I can at least hear them. So it's like I'm not gonna have anybody like I'm not gonna run into anybody because I'll be able to hear them or at least sense them. Oh, we got both dogs barking now.
they knocked the mic over.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
we're good. It's because Brooke's home, so
okay.
It'll be just a minute and then.
Okay, let me see. My RP life, going back to the previous question. He says, what happens if you teleport somewhere and it's actually somewhere else that you didn't plan on teleporting to?
Like interdimensional. You wind up on Mars or like another like.
Well, you're not going to last very long if you're there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be blind in the gym because I mean, at least I have the spatial awareness, and yeah, I mean, without music to get you going, that's tough.
Yeah, I think I would definitely have to agree on that one because audio music is all. Hello. Is like I feel like audio is, I don't know, not working out. The only good thing would be you wouldn't have to like really listen to a lot of people talk. But like if you can listen to music, you can just put headphones in and tone them out anyway or tune them out anyway. So I think I would have to agree. I think being blind and being able to listen to music, because for me that's a huge now that because I know, and the reason I ask because I know some people actually don't like to listen to music when they work out. It's kind of weird, but some people don't like that. It's a different kind of preference.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I think when you have that auditory feedback, especially when you have people lifting and stuff like that, I mean, you want to know when someone's like sitting down, like like a barbell somewhere, because you don't want to walk into it or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me see. Let me go to my next question then. Okay, this is gonna make two for each of us. Okay, a little bit of fitness related here as well. Uh, so this is a cane question. Okay, assuming this is like a super cane made out of like some awesome material. So, would you rather have a cane that can be turned into a tripod to hold, your camera when you're filming,
Oh, that's a
or
good idea.
would you rather have a cane that can also double as a barbell, which you can rack your weights on, or a pull-up bar?
Your cane is a
Yeah,
pop-up pull-up bar
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you can use it
slash
as a
squat
bar,
rack.
or as a barbell. Yeah, it can be your portable squat rack, basically.
that's, that's a really good idea. I really want to. I've always wanted to do this since
I
using
mean,
a cane. I
I
want to
mean,
make a barbell shaped cane.
it'd be the world's heaviest cane, but but
Yeah.
we're
Well, I
just
want to
saying,
make one that's not like it just looks like a barbell. You know what I mean? Like a
right, right.
barbell looking cane. But hmm. I was gonna do it. That's really good. I feel like the tripod would be. Yeah, I think because yeah, I think I'd go with the tripod just because, like, for example, when I do go to the gym and try to film, or anywhere I go to film,
Ah,
even if I have a cane or if I'm using Diesel, my guide dog, if I'm using either one, I always have to lug around a gym bag. And I always, if I want to bring a tripod, like if I'm by myself and I want to record, then I have to carry around a tripod, like all this extra stuff. And that's kind of like, it's very annoying when you're like trying to navigate the gym and you got like a dog or a cane in one hand and you got a bag and you're trying to hold all this stuff. So it'd be kind of cool if your cane was like a multi-tool.
yeah. Oh, so to lessen the gear that you're carrying.
Yeah, that's a good
Ah,
idea. What if there's a multi-tool cane?
yeah. It like comes with accessories, like maybe the cane like can
Or
attach to like a tripod segment or something.
I'm gonna throw this one out there. This ain't one. This is a fishing rod as a cane. It was like one of those.
Huh.
I don't know if you've ever like, I saw this before losing my sight. There was this guy named Roland Mart. Can't remember the dude's name, but it was one of those TV infomercials, and it was
Right.
like it was only like 2.5 feet long, but the fishing rod, you press a button and it shot out. It was made for kids, but it'd
Hmm.
be cool if your cane could do that.
Take people by surprise, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, or it could be a grapple like
Oh,
Batman.
now we're going to this back to the
Superhero.
superhero territory.
It could be a grapple. That would be cool. That would be cool. I
Oh,
would
see,
definitely have to go with the multi-tool cane. That's a good idea. I like that.
yeah, see, if you got that whole like you can fly and stuff like that, and you can use your cane as a grapple, that'd be
Daredevil better
jeez,
watch out.
seriously.
there, there's another blind superhero coming in the mix.
Let's see, Vincent Grasso, my visually impaired life, dude.
What's up, Vincent?
That's a long name still, I think. But anyway, Vincent says, I would rather be blind in the gym than visual. In the past, I was always way too distracted by everything
Oh,
around me.
I didn't even think about that aspect. And that is one thing I've touched on before in my videos is talking about like how a lot of people they'll either compare themselves to others because they'll sit in the gym and they'll look across the gym and see like some other dude that's like way stronger, way bigger, or what they either that way, or they'll see someone that's way weaker or whatever
Right,
and
right.
compare themselves in some sort of way, which when you're blind, you can't do that. And like he's saying, you don't have to worry about losing focus or getting distracted. Because I feel like for me, when I go in there and I have my headphones in and I got music playing, like if I'm over in my own space and I know that like nothing's in the way and I know I got everything laid out the way I want it, I feel like I can just kind of listen to music and tune everything out, not get distracted, and just really like focus on the workout. So that's actually another aspect I didn't think about. That's awesome.
Yeah, see, it's kind of nice when everybody else gives their input too, because it makes us think differently too.
Yeah.
Oh, Neil Visually Impaired says, "I want a cane made from rebar."
Well, that's when I don't if you guys watched. I know you made a video on it as well. I think Bird Box. The dude was using a crowbar.
Oh, yeah.
He was using a crowbar as a cane. I'm like, this guy must have some massive forearms.
or he's gonna have one massive forearm, the other one's all like as skinny as
yeah, it's like I forgot there was like a movie or something. The old timey ice cream cranks, like where you homemade ice cream.
Oh,
You sit there and crank it, and this guy had like a big buff arm, and the other one's like really small. Yeah, if you would have to definitely alternate. Like,
let's see. Josh Boykin says the cane that doubles as a tripod would be great.
I like that idea. That's a good idea.
See, it'd be so handy to not lug around the tripod bag when I'm moving around. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, totally agree.
Let's see. Oh, Vincent says I use my ID cane as a fishing rod for my daughter. What? When we are at the grocery store, she is with the fish. Vincent, bring a camera with you next time because I want.
Yeah, you need to have your identity cane, and then you need to have a multi-tool cane so you can set up a camera and record this.
Blog this, Vincent.
Well, not that we would be able to necessarily see it, but we still need a commentary. But
yeah,
that would go viral, I think.
There you go, Vincent. Two blind guys egging you on to be like, come on, do this.
Yeah, or go to Bass Pro, because Bass Pro has that huge fish tank. Just cast a line in there.
Nobody will know.
I mean, they're not gonna get that. Would they really get mad at a blind person? Come on.
No, but see, when they start noticing something, quickly hide it, make it look like, but it's a cane though.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you need to bring. You got to have like a inspector. We're just mixing all the. I don't know if you can consider him a superhero, but an Inspector Gadget like closet where you just your cane. You have like different canes for every day or every activity. Yeah. Just
as just retract the fishing rod. Just don't say go gadget with it when you're doing that because you blow your cover if you say that.
Yeah.
My RP Life says I like the idea of a tripod cane. That would be cool and make it easier for us to record videos. So I want a Daredevil
cane had a camera in it.
I want a Daredevil cane. Somebody else said.
Oh, didn't it? The Daredevil cane was like nunchucks, wasn't it? I think it was like nunchucks, and I never even watched Daredevil, to be honest. So I don't really know much about it.
Vincent Grasso also says I would make a Swiss Army knife cane. Wait, what? And have a blade. What? Have a blade right at the back of the handle, and then put a spring like the. Jeez, like the job that. Oh man. Hey Vincent, we're not trying to be ninjas here.
I think that goes back to being a superhero. We'd have to have that one with that would have to be a part of the grapple cane.
That's a little too tricked out even for me though. It's like
so you'd get a fly, you'd have a grapple cane, and you'd have this blade spring object on the back of the handle.
So I mean, it would have a bunch of stuff, but would it be functional as a regular cane at that point?
I feel like it would definitely be weighed down. It would be a little heavy.
It'd have all these pointy parts just sticking out from the thing.
I think, yeah, and if you had a blade out of the back, what, like, imagine
you better not poke yourself by accident.
Yeah, I was about to say that's suicide if you walk down the sidewalk and if you're walking down the sidewalk and you hold it like right in front of your belly button and
Your cane skills better be like Jedi level
On
at that
point.
point.
We'd have to incorporate the no jab cane handle in there.
I was
Better
about to
hope it
bring that
works
up.
like
Oh man.
flawlessly.
Yeah, no jab cane. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like the super jab cane where it needs to like have like maybe 6 inches of give, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that your question or was that my
I think that
question?
was that was yours. I
Okay,
really like
so
that idea though. I think a lot of people other people like that. We might look into some multi-tool canes, crafty canes.
hmm.
See what we got here. Oh, okay. So I might say it wrong at first because didn't write it down fully. But
All right.
would you rather be able to see when you drive, but you're blind when you're not driving,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
or blind only when you're driving? I think that's the way I would say it. Yeah, or not when you're driving.
That defeats the purpose.
You might not. But you're blind in the car. I think that's the way I was wanting to like word it. So you can see you're blind, but the only time you can see is in a car when you're actually driving,
Mhm.
or you're only blind and you can't drive, and you're blind in vehicles.
Oh, so the only time I would be blind is when I'm in a
So you still
vehicle.
face the challenge of not being able to drive anywhere because as soon as you get in that car,
Mm,
does not have this is serious. If you get in that car, you go blind,
mm,
or if you get on a bike, any kind of transportation,
okay.
skateboard, rollerblades. Well, you can rollerblade. We'll leave that one out. That way,
Okay.
if anybody's rollerblading 30 miles, then they can do that. But the car, we'll stay with the car transportation. So
Okay.
you're blind when you're in it, or vice versa.
Hmm.
Would you rather?
Huh.
I know. I feel like that's a tricky one.
That's a tricky one because there's pros and cons to both of them.
That was the first one I came up with, but I forgot at the beginning. I forgot how I worded it because I wrote down most of them. I just wrote down half of what because I could remember the other half. But yeah.
I think I'd rather be able to see and drive because when I get there, at least I'll have like some sort of visual reference to at least get in the door.
You would always be driving around places looking really hard, like you would look like a straight you would look like a straight creeper though, because you would always be driving around.
Yeah, that's true. But then I break out the cane. But then again, people will be like, "Wait, what? You were just driving?" I was like, "It's complicated."
You would have to walk to your car, or you would like every time. And I've actually wanted to make a prank video doing this. Go outside and be like, either like have your cane out and you're like, ma'am, can you help me find my car? And like you're go and get in the driver's seat. But that would actually be what it was like. You would have
Actually,
to
I just realized how awkward that situation would be. It's like, can you help me get into
people
my
would
car? It's like, why? Because I need to drive it back. But you have a cane. I know, but it's like that shirt that Sam has from the Blind Life. I can see, but I can't. It's complicated.
yeah. Which
That's what it would be.
yeah. It would be
Oh
very
man.
complicated because people would see you like you would definitely earn your handicap sticker because that would definitely give you a good reason. Because if you go to the grocery store by yourself,
Oh geez.
uh,
Yeah.
you would have to park at the front and then. But you're right though, because if you did park and handicap, you would have a really good idea of getting to the door.
Hmm.
That would be really. You would have to have some. I would definitely have some high-powered binoculars in my car too.
Oh yeah.
Basically,
Which one would you pick though?
uh, I think I would definitely pick being able to drive as well. I think that's like I love driving, so I think that's I would still get the experience of driving cars and being able to drive, and you can still get that thrill of like driving a fast
Yeah.
car and like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And I feel like if you're sighted, like you got to keep this in mind too. Where I live, and I know they talked about this in like Live Accessible Carry, I think, and them
Mhm.
talking about it about they said something about the Uber app, and for me, I would like pick Uber all day because there's nothing around here. It takes 15 minutes to get to the gym. It takes if I wanted
Oh.
to drive to the grocery store, it's probably gonna be a good 5 minutes. It's like there's no sidewalks. Like I'm in the the country in the middle of nowhere. So it's like
Mhm.
not necessarily the middle of nowhere, but everything is like so super spaced out that if you want to go somewhere, you're driving. You're not going to walk. And
Right.
um, yeah, I would definitely pick driving because
Yeah.
if you're sighted and you were blind and couldn't drive, you would like for me especially. But it's very situational, or it depends on the situation you're in. Because if you lived in a big city, and like, because I've talked to people that live in cities that don't own cars, they just
Mhm.
use public transit or walk. Which, if
Right.
you could see, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it's more accessible. Well, I mean, okay, so we both
But
picked the driving thing.
you got
I
to think,
mean,
if you get in the bus, remember
yeah.
you're gonna go blind. So you have some people looking at you really funny.
So you know what? We will take the risk of looking like creepers for a split second trying to look for a parking spot. So
You
and if there's nobody around, do we really look like it?
But you could like think you could go to like the drive-in and watch. You could actually watch movies.
Yeah.
See, I think that's definitely the better one to go.
Uh,
What's people saying?
all right, let's see. Vincent says uh oh, he's talking to my vigilant. Oh, no. Vincent Grasso was saying I was trying to say the jab cane, the no jab cane that Sam did a review. Okay. Matt
Did you
Full of
see that?
Vision. Yeah, he did a review for the
Yeah,
no jab cane.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to. I mean, I think I'd have to use it before I could. I know in the review, Sam said that it was like the exact, pretty much the same as far as the feedback you get with it. But for me, it would be one of those things because I've I honestly, I know you're not supposed to use a cane by holding it to the side, but I do it anyway because I can. It really doesn't. It doesn't like you can still, as long as you make sure you swipe past your, like I'm right-handed, so if you swipe past
Right.
your left foot, as long as you're still
Hmm.
getting that full sweep, then I don't see a
Yeah.
problem with it. I know cane. They didn't teach me to do it that way, but I just kind of started doing that anyway. But I'd have to use it. I feel like the
Mm.
spring would maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
definitely a really good idea.
It would take some getting used to though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Matt in Full Vision says I definitely don't want to be blind while driving.
Yeah, that came out wrong. I meant
Yeah,
in the car.
yeah. When I heard it the first time, I was like, "Well, I don't want to be blind." Well, that's what I am right now, though.
Yes. Would you rather be sighted when driving or blind when driving? It's like, oh, that was pretty easy.
Pretty easy right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. My RP Life says I would invent a cane with a handle detached, and it's actually a taser, just in case someone tries to rob me. Yikes!
That's actually another good. I remember my this guy at my gym. He works at the gym, and before I got Diesel, he was always saying, he's like, "Man, you need to put a button on that. Put like basically the same idea, except for the taser would be the tip, and
Right.
that way when people like we all know like when you go through crowds or something and you start bumping into people, sometimes they just stand there, they don't get out of the way. So it's like you could just hit the button and go, zzz, and they'd get right out of the way.
It's like I'm almost expecting people to say cattle prod now.
Exactly, just like that.
Let's see. Matt in Full Vision says, "What about a back scratcher cane?"
Oh,
Hey, it just needs. Hey, all it needs is a little special handle, and you're good to go.
actually, all we need to do is change your tip to one of that. You remember the back scratchers that are like shaped like a little hand?
Oh,
All
right.
you need is a back scratcher tip, and that way you can fold your cane up, and then you could, or just have it folded in half or something, and you could just get that itch.
But to be honest, though, those tips are a pain to change, though. That's the problem.
Unless you have the, yeah, I have one right now. I can't even. I don't even worry about it. I can't get it off. So it's the first cane I have. It's like a slip on, but the other ones, the elastic hook tips, those
Mhm.
are easy to take off. Have you ever used those?
No, I haven't.
It's the Ambutech, the graphite ones. They have a basically the tip has a hook on it, and you just pull the tip out, and the elastic string that runs through it
Mm,
hooks to
okay.
the tip. But if people saw your back scratcher, and they saw a hand on the end of your cane, they might look at you.
They might get mortified.
What is that?
Let's see. Vincent Grasso says, "I've been begging my wife to let me drive her car in the big parking lot. In the big parking lot.
She won't let you.
Yeah, she says no.
Oh, come on. She should definitely let you. Brooke let me drive her car. I did it for the Bird Box challenge video. We went outside and I got in her car and we did a circle around. I didn't drive on the road though, so she did pull on the road, which that's probably good. Probably
Let's,
good.
let's see. Neil Visually Impaired says cars are driving themselves now, and more so in the future.
Oh, maybe we need to do that one. I didn't put it down, but that was like one of my in reserves, so I might do that one.
Vincent says, "True that. I want to get me a Tesla, then get my butt back to work."
I don't know though. That's what. Maybe that'll be. We'll save that for here in a sec.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, Cayla with a C. Hey.
Hello.
Says, "Hi, I'm taking a break from school, work, and I thought I would." Okay, she's just checking in. Now, that kind of segues into my next question, actually. So, here we go. Let me if I can.
This is the third for you and me.
No, this is my fourth one.
Okay.
Okay. So, would you rather have a self-driving car, but it's a self-driving car that's like customized just like how you would want your, dream car to be like?
Sounds like something I was going to say. Okay.
Or would you rather have Aira, but it's unlimited and you don't have to pay for it?
Okay. So y'all probably all are going to be like, what? But I don't even know what Ira is.
Okay. Aira, you know what Be My Eyes is, right?
Yes. But I remember on the stream I was watching, they were talking about that with Uber, and I'm like, what is Ira? But then they started talking about it. So is it basically like a super? Just give me a brief description.
Just basically think of like almost a premium version of Be My Eyes where you pay for it, then you have like dedicated people instead of volunteers like guiding you throughout. So it's almost like a premium version of it with much more skilled people guiding you through things. And sometimes they have a glasses accessory, so if you want to use the glasses, you can. You don't have to put up your phone's camera.
Wear some glasses, and that way, when you're looking at something, they can.
Yeah, they'll look through those glasses because they have a camera on them. So
Okay. See, I feel like so. The first one was
self-driving car, but since I know you're a car guy, I was like, I had to put.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to go with the self-driving car. I feel like if I need to use Be My Eyes, I will. But honestly, I kind of have, I guess, my own like personal Ira.
Uh,
Yeah, Brooke.
is her name Brooke?
Yeah, she does like. I mean, she's a hairstylist, so most of the time, if I'm at home or if I really like, if I need something, also my dad works for himself, and if I have my dad, I have her, I have a couple people that if I need help, I can just FaceTime them, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good. But I mean, recently I really haven't used Be My Eyes or anything that much. I feel like I've gotten in a groove of like a system of how I do things, and it works pretty well. So I would, and you're right, especially since I'm a car guy, I would 1,000,000%. Like if I get like if I'm ever financially able, I would want to buy a car for me just so I could have my own car and fix it up and let Brooke drive it. That's definitely something I still want to do because if I miss like that's one of the main things I miss is that aspect of life.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you mentioning that in a few videos, so that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I would choose self-driving car too, because you're right though. I mean, we would come up with a system, try to figure things out, and maybe use Be My Eyes here and there when we really need it. But yeah, as far as getting around, it'd be nicer to have a self-driving car.
Yep. And that's kind of like, and I guess it is different because I know the I can't remember her name that Carrie was doing the stream with. She talked a lot about her kid. Now, I don't have any kids, and I think that is a huge tipping point as well because, like she was talking about examples of the kid playing in the snow, and you could have. Aira or someone it described, so you're not missing out on you're not missing out on that experience as much. Whereas if you go outside and it's just you and your kid and you take them outside and they're playing in the snow, they run off, or they're doing something and they're like, mommy, look over here, or daddy, look over, because kids just want
Right.
you to look, and it's like, I'm looking. It's like, what are you doing? And that way you can be more, because a kid, I'm sure that they understand, but at the same time, I feel like they want when they're really young. So I think it would, I don't know, it depends, but I think I'd have to go with self-driving car.
Yeah, yeah.
Only thing though is self-driving cars kind of scare me.
Well, I mean, let's make the assumption that this one works perfectly fine. It has like a like a super
You only get
safety record, and
you
and
only
you
get
can.
one
And,
wreck a year. That's not that good of a record.
oh, by the way, my RP Life is referring to like the whole taser at the end. He says like I wouldn't want the tip of my cane to be a taser, because if I'm using it and I come across a puddle, I might electrocute myself.
I feel like a lot of the cane multi-tool ideas are very dangerous. It might be a little suicidal because yeah, that you run through a puddle and
Yeah.
just make sure you got really good electrical work. I don't know. That's just funny.
Let's see. Matt in
Anybody
full
say anything
vision.
about the cars?
Let's see. Matt in full vision says, "Are you still able to see if you're in the car but someone else is driving?" I think he was referring to the previous question.
I wonder if he means if I wonder which side he's talking about, because if you pick the side where it's basically not necessarily if you're driving, we'll put it this way: if you're in a vehicle, you're blind, and when you're out, you're sighted. And the other way around is if you're in a vehicle, you can see, and when you're out, you're blind. So basically, if you pick the one where you can see in the car, it doesn't matter if you're driving, you can definitely still see.
Hmm. Vincent Grasso says,
I would just live in one of those vans.
I'm just trying to get through these to catch up." He says Ira is dumb. There's a bunch of free applications that can do that instead of $300 a month.
What?
$300. Really? Vincent, is it really $300 a month?
I think you might have put an extra zero.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but okay. Kayla with the C says, "I just FaceTime my husband.
Yeah,
He's like my personal Ira."
exactly. Brooke's my fiance, and she's if I need help, she usually will. As long as I didn't do something to make her mad.
Vincent says, "Get me the Tesla, please." Let's see. Matt says, "If I grow big on YouTube, I'll buy you I'll buy you the Tesla." Vincent, they're just talking back and forth.
Oh.
Uh,
I still don't know about the Tesla.
Hmm?
So I don't know about the Teslas. Like nowadays, they're definitely not. I would not right now. I would not trust that car to drive me on the road.
No,
But
yeah, no. I mean, I've been picked up in the Tesla when I asked for a lift, so that was pretty
oh
cool.
really?
Yeah, I mean, it was really neat. I was like, man, this is a quiet car. I had all these questions about the car, and I was like, oh, so what does this do? How is it different from a gas powered car? So yeah, I was in ignorance bliss asking asking the driver these questions.
They're like, yeah, they're really cool. I'd have to say that I don't think I would ever like necessarily buy one unless like the example that we're talking about. If there's a possibility that it could drive me around safely, I would do that. But there's something about that, just the sound of a car.
Mm. Oh, Vincent says the most is 300 a month, so you can get it at other prices though.
Gotcha. That's
Mhm.
crazy though. I wonder, is that like they better send someone out and cook me some food for $300 a month?
Okay, so I think we're at the fifth
Caught up?
question. Each of us are at our last question. I was keeping count. So
Okay, awesome. Let's see which one. Okay, I think. Okay, I'm gonna pick. Let me listen to it one more time. There's two. I gotta.
No worries.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the latter of the two. So, this one is you're blind in today's era, and you have basically basically our lives now. So you're blind, and you have the internet. You have accessibility technology. You have all this technology, the internet, and all this that you can use, and you have all that. Or you're sighted, but you live like maybe 120 years ago, 150 years ago, when there's no internet, no really technology to. I mean, I guess you wouldn't really need it to, because you're blind. You'll be sighted, but you won't have the things that we have nowadays.
Yeah, so you're sighted, but you're completely ignorant of the technology today.
Basically, live about 150 years ago or something like that. Or you're blind and you are living in today's era with the technology.
Wow. Because I'm thinking that if I'm good at like accessible technology and have all the skills, it's like, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to like, I mean, I'd know how to get by, but being ignorant, even if I didn't know about the technology back in the day,
I feel like let's say that you don't even, like you're saying, you don't even know what you're missing out on.
Okay.
Let's say it that way, because I think that would make it pretty even, I think.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything, it's like I would just, I'd have the skills to like.
Would you think it'd be better that way, or should we make it that you? I think we should make it know what you're missing out on. That'd make it better.
Okay.
Because the way you're saying, because if you were sighted and you didn't have a clue that you're,
yeah, you would feel yeah,
well, you're missing out on all these technological goodies.
Okay. Well then, I guess I'd be Bear Grylls or something like that. No, just kidding. No, I mean, I think I'd be able to step up my survivor person game though. At least I'll be able to, I'd quickly learn how to live off the land ASAP, because otherwise I'd be screwed. So
in the land, well, you wouldn't be living; you would just be a part of the land.
Yeah, I'd rather be part of the land. It's like I'm not ready to get that close with nature yet. Man.
So you think you would go with that one?
No, I think I'd go the blind route, to be honest. I'd rather know the assistive technology of the day.
Oh, I don't know. That's a pretty tough one. Because if you pick the blind route, you're going to be perfectly fine, obviously, because I mean that's the way we live now.
Yeah.
But if you went the other way, you would still be able to kind of get to experience the world of like nature. And that was actually the other question. I was going to say nature, if you could see nature or faces, but I think honestly, I think I would have to go the sighted route. I think I would.
Yeah,
just because I lived 20 years with perfect sight. So I think those 20 years, like when I was a kid, I pretty much lived in I mean, not literally, like my mom didn't say, you got to go out there all weekend. But no, I mean, I was in the woods because I wanted to be there. And like, I enjoyed camping and the outdoors. I feel like the technology even if you knew you were missing out on it, I feel like that wouldn't last but for so long. And then you would kind of not necessarily forget, but you would become adjusted. Yeah, you would adapt to it, and it'd probably be almost better. But
that's true though, because I mean, and it's funny because like the whole being blind and visually impaired, it's like that's the whole thing about adapting too. So yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's like both of them take some adapting, but yeah, you make a good point though.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
Both of them would. It's really. Would you? Yeah, I mean, it's really. Would you want to live back in the days of snail mail and not be able to pick up the phone and call your friend and have to work on the farm all day, or or would you rather be blind and have like cool? I don't know. I don't know. That's like
It's pros and
oh
cons for both.
yeah, because you wouldn't really like. Oh, I don't know. Especially if you knew about all these cool things, but you just
Yeah, yeah.
wouldn't have them. I would have to pick decided, but that would
It's
it
tough.
would be tough. It would be that's a close call. It's definitely
Let
a
me
close call.
see. Let me see what people are saying here. Kayla with a C. Oh, going back to the previous question, she says, "I definitely take the car, and I'm
Yes.
not even a car person." Vincent says, he says, "My daughter is what on the floor right now, saying, 'Daddy, look, she's what?
Oh,
She's making it snow. Wait, she's making snow angels on my wood floor.'" Oh, probably referring to something.
yeah, well, he was talking
Daddy
about
patch.
yeah when I was talking about Ira and like maybe using it for your kids when they say because kids all the time are like, hey, look.
Okay.
They're
If
probably
it
talking
sounds
about.
if it sounds like I'm reading slow, I'm having to do the scanning method of
Oh,
reading because I have.
you're way faster than that. That's why I kind of just I'll
Mm,
just let you do it because it would take me a second to scroll back up.
uh, let's see. Vincent says, "I would be cited and go back to the time I no go back to the time I would do that because I would just have to have the knowledge I have today and become rich."
That's what I don't I don't know if you would know about the technology. Oh, yeah, he is right though because imagine if you was back then and you were sighted and you knew about
Yeah.
the technology, you could come out with the iPhone in like 1900.
He found the loophole.
That
So,
that's
oh
not
hey,
allowed. Your memory,
yeah.
you know about the technology, but you have no
Yeah,
clue.
we're gonna have to do the Men in Black thing and erase the memory from you.
Exactly. You just know you're missing out on it. That's all you can know. You're not allowed to. But then you know how it goes. If you go back in time and you try to change something,
Yeah,
I forgot what
yeah.
that's called. But
Oh, the paradox.
yeah, if you
Oh, Live Accessible's here. I agree, Matt. Okay. Hey, Carrie, how are you?
so
Let me see. Matt in Full Vision says, oh, he just said, hey, Carrie. Okay. So, on to my last question. I'm wondering if I should choose something more lighthearted or something pretty heavy handed. I don't know.
make it heavy.
Uh, okay. Upon request, I will pick the heavy handed one. I was gonna ask like, would you rather have a fully accessible editing suite or a fully accessible YouTube studio? But we know the answer for that one.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Jeez, where did I put this? Okay. If you had a full vision for one occasion to witness, if you just witness one occasion with full vision, would you rather have it for the vacation of your life that you're going to take, or would you rather have it for a major life event that has or is going to happen?
Cool.
That one I was thinking about while I was coming up with that one.
I think I would have to like kind of like almost combine, but because I know if I pick the for not vacation but one event, I would definitely want to be able to see like my kid being born. That would definitely be something that I would love to be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if I pick the vacation, I could pick a vacation that my kid goes on.
Right.
I could see. So I think I would definitely like I would just splurge crazy and go on this just the best vacation ever and be able to
Right.
see and then just live it up for the days that I could see for a week.
I mean, you'll have a pretty awesome story to tell. I mean, it's not like you're gonna forget it anytime soon. So, hmm.
Yeah. So I think that would be the route that I'll go because I can't think of too many major other than like a kid or like getting married or something like that where like being able to see would be oh that would be tough though. Like I would like to be able to see like Brooke walking down the aisle.
Hmm.
But I think
Well,
on
I
that
mean,
vacation, let's see, here we go. On that vacation, I would look at pictures of past events.
Ah, nice.
I don't know. If we're gonna say that's not allowed. Can't do that. All your pictures don't. They're blurred.
Well, I mean, it's more like I'm seeing them later until later.
Oh, that is true. It's not actually. Yeah, that was gonna be one of mine. I was gonna say, would you rather be able to see in reality, but you can't see anything on TV, computer screens, or would you rather be able to see screens but not? Because then you would only witness firsthand experiences. Because you're right. Because
Right.
an experience is way different than. I mean, pictures and videos do really good at capturing
Yeah.
experiences. But it doesn't fully. Yeah, it doesn't fully capture the moment.
Yeah, I mean, and that question was tough for me to think about because I was also thinking of like, man, it's like because I thought about the scenarios of like the life event. It's like, well, like if there was a kid involved, it's like, would I want to see my kid being born? But then, well, what's the wife gonna say if that happens, or vice versa? If like, oh, I want to see my wife walk down the aisle, don't tell your
Oh
kid
yeah,
that. So,
that is true though. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't. You'd be in. I feel like you'd almost be in trouble.
yeah, yeah.
Way back that one.
Cayla says I definitely picked the vacation. She says everyone knows how badly I want to see Disney. Yep, we Disney World, and I agree with Justin. I can see my future kids while on the vacation, and yeah, you can refer back to pictures and stuff like that. So that's true.
And I think that'd be like almost the best way. Which I don't know. I wouldn't pick Disney though. I wouldn't. I've been there before, and it is something. It is something to see though. I would say that, but I would have to go somewhere that is just like I would. I don't even know. I would have to pick out like the craziest destination. It would definitely not be in the U.S.
I keep thinking Kayla's a little disappointed in hearing that.
I'm sorry.
she,
Disney's
she's
awesome. Disney is awesome. But
well. Then again, I mean, this stream happened because Kayla tagged me in the first place. So yeah, there you go, Kayla. And I did acknowledge that in the beginning too. So
ended it on bashing Disney's appearance. No, I mean everybody would definitely have their own different. They would. Everybody would want to go somewhere different. So I would want to go somewhere that was more probably nature,
right.
a natural wonder or something like that. Because, like for example, I've seen when I was 12, I did go and I saw. I got to see a lot of things. I went like all over the U.S.
Mhm.
and I got to see like the Grand Canyon and things like that. And like being able to see that is just simply astonishing. It is just
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's amazing. So that's definitely I would pick some kind of uh like wonder of the world or something where
Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
see
agreed. Matt in Full Vision says, "Sorry, I missed the question. Can you please repeat it?" Yeah. So it's basically if you had to witness one thing with full vision, would it be your dream vacation of a lifetime, or would it be just one life event like marriage, graduation, your graduation, your kid being born? Would it be one of those, or would it be your dream vacation? So that was the question.
God, let's see if you picked
Yeah.
it a vacation and then because I will say though, because you don't know like life events, you never know when something just amazing could happen.
Hmm. Yeah. Agreed.
I really don't even know what I could even use as an example, but that still would go with vacation though. Definitely. And it would have to be a family vacation.
Yeah, because I mean, usually when it's a life event, usually sometimes it's something bad. So I'd rather be able to relive the good life events when I'm
Yeah.
on vacation.
Yeah. If it was
There you
like a
go.
bad, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, even yeah, because I mean, if it was a bad event or life event, then you would always have that. I remember when I got my vision back for that one event. It's like, oh, what event was it? And it's you start crying. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like you wouldn't want to like have that super awesome ability to have a cool memory and then just blow it on something sad.
I was gonna say it's like I was gonna add to that, like, oh, when start crying, hold up, let me grab my back scratcher cane, let me wipe my face with the hand tip.
No, you gotta like take some tissues out and like put the hand. You
It
gotta
comes out of
put the
the
back scratcher tip on and then put a tissue in the hand. And,
the tissues come out of the hands.
oh, that's it. Like the magicians, how they have the things that like
Right. Oh,
magicians have the things that pop out of their wand. Your cane would poof it out, and you could just pat your tears away.
okay, I'm gonna have to come back to this video afterwards and jot down how many little cane ideas we had,
We have, like,
even the dangerous ones.
we need to change this to like would you best inventions for blind people because we there's a couple, the cane was brilliant. The multi-tool cane.
Yeah, yeah.
Some are a little dangerous, but so
Let me see. Cayla says, "LOL, it's okay. I know not everyone, not everyone cheers my intense love of Disney."
yeah, I like Disney. Well, I wouldn't say now, but like I like Disney now. But I'm saying I like the old Disney movies and stuff. But I guess it's just different because I've been there before. So it's like it's just a different thing. But I was young when I went, but it was awesome. But I like nature.
Yeah, she also says, also, I will say that I wasn't able to actually see my wedding, but I knew what it looked like because I planned it.
That's all.
That's a good loophole right there.
That is. I mean, I'm helping. I know what it's going to look like as well. I think I am. They could be lying to me though.
Oh, oh man.
I'm sure they do
Seriously.
that all the time.
Matt in Full Vision says, "Okay, thanks. I picked the event, and I picked my granddad's 60th birthday.
Oh,
Huh.
that's awesome.
The whole family were there, so I get to see everybody there, what they all look like."
See that's what I'm saying. That's why it would be kind of hard is because there's events like especially for people that may have like never seen their family and people that um would like to know what like a lot of their family, especially like he's saying, it's an event where everybody's going to be there, so it'd be like the ultimate like family reunion or celebration where you could see everybody, and I feel like you would not want it to end.
Yeah. Wow, that's didn't mean to end it on such a heavy-handed one, but I guess I wanted to. I mean, it was great that we had a lot of lighthearted ones, especially Kane related ones. But
Yeah, those were really good.
anything else you want to add in, just in general, since we've both done 5 questions each?
I don't think so. Thank you for asking me to do it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Just
yeah.
a little quick promo for your channel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you guys would like to check out my channel, it's just Justin Holland on YouTube, and I make basically videos talking about my life and a lot about fitness. Fitness is like a huge part of my life, so it's all about me and being blind, and a lot about fitness. So if you'd like to check that out, you can check it out. Check me out.
Yeah, go check out his channel. He's got some pretty good advice in there, and just some of the routines that you got on there. It's they're pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Like one quick little thing that I realized. I mean, when I do legs, I usually do air squats and stuff like that. But I took that little piece of advice saying like try to look like 5 feet in front of you instead of trying to look
Yeah.
all the way. So
Yeah,
and
it
that really
definitely,
helped.
yeah, it's definitely a good little. A lot of people, well, and I feel like a lot of people, and I've been told this before. A lot of people, like when I first started exercising or doing squats, a lot of people will say, "Well, either look straight ahead, like straight," which doesn't make much sense because you're gonna put stress on your neck. And
Right. And
sometimes
lower.
I've heard people say, look up," and it's like that's very bad for your cervical spine, the top of
Right.
the spine.
Hmm.
So yeah, keeping it neutral and looking usually about 5 feet away, which if you're I learned that like reading a book, and it's like of course the book was not written for blind people, so they was like find a spot on the floor and stare at it. So if you're blind, just try to imagine something's there. I mean, really it's not necessarily the spot that's important, it's just the keeping your your neck neutral, head neutral,
Yeah. Yeah.
spot neutral.
So the last part of this tag was to tag 2 people to do this. I'm not going to do that though. So whoever wants to do this, go right ahead and live stream it yourself. Just don't take like a half hour like how I screwed up to start this one up, because that
We
was
were
my, yeah, that was my fault.
we were fashionably late.
Yeah, we were
Go with that.
fashionably late.
Go with that.
Uh, oh, just last set of comments here. Let me see.
I lost my back scratcher tip. That's what it was.
Oh, the last comment.
No, that's what my that's why we were late.
Oh, right. I teleported to the wrong place. That's why.
There you go. Yeah, I know. I should have had my. Well, good lord, we would have been really late if I'd tried to do this. I was gonna say I could have a green screen with like the moon in the background,
Oh,
but
jeez.
I don't know. That's definitely not accessible, I'm sure.
Last time I checked, I don't think so. Let's see. Matt says I've been able to. Oh, I've never been able to see, so I have no clue what my family looks like.
Yeah, and I think like kind of to touch on that, like
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of these questions and our opinions on the answer to this question, just even going back to the Disney thing, it's like the only reason I said that is because I've actually been to Disney and I've seen it when I was younger, and it's like I feel like a lot of these are very like circumstantial. Like it really depends. For me personally, I could see perfectly fine up until I was 20. So I got to see a lot of things in life. I got to drive. I got to do a lot of these things. I got to see my family, and I have no clue what they look like for the past 3 years, but I've got to see a lot of things. So that's kind of the viewpoint that I'm coming from, the perspective that I have. Because like he's saying, he's never been able to see. So I can't even touch on it because I don't really have a clue what life would be like that, because cool. That was gonna be one of the questions about color, but
Mm. Well,
any
just
last comments? Is that
yeah, I think that's it though. Seriously, dude, thank you so much for doing this, and yeah, it was fun, and I'm really glad you started off with this lighthearted question, because that kind of set the mood for the rest of the time, especially
yeah,
with the canes thing.
yeah, that was your question.
No, I mean, but
Oh,
it set it up though. I mean, it's
it was
just
perfect. It was perfect.
yeah, yeah. All right, you guys. So go check out Justin's channel, and hopefully I post up a video next week. Hopefully, if not, I will see you guys whenever I post. So anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next video.
All right, see you guys.